I'm going to show you how to trace your drawing onto a sheet of lino. So here I'm using some white carbon paper. It's got a slightly sticky side to it. I'm going to put the sticky side face down onto my lino, then my drawing on top here, lining them up carefully, and then I'm going to use the masking tape to secure two edges on there so it doesn't move at all. As you can see, just before I'm tracing on here, I've got little bit of spare paper, so I'm going to cut that to have it nice and neat and ready to go. So here with a writing pen, I'm just tracing over my drawing. I'm using a nice, neat, confident line and just pressing nice and hard on my pen. So I've got a really good tracing showing underneath on here. So here I'm going to follow all the lines really carefully and as accurately as possible to make sure I've got my best drawing ready to carve. Right, when you've finished your lines, you're going to peel it off, write your name on the back first, gently peel the masking tape, and you've got your drawing traced in white. Here are the carving tools. You need to hold them like a spoon, and you need to have them really very much parallel to your piece of lino, and you're gliding slowly and confidently through. Generally, I ask you to start with the straight lines first and then tackle the curve and the more complex lines on there. As you can see, I've got my fingers behind my tool so they're not facing the blade, not in front of the tool on here, because I don't want to cut my fingers. You only need to carve out a tiny bit of lino, so you don't want to carve deep. It's just a small carving. It's quite superficial on here, so you should easily glide through. If it's not gliding through and if it's feeling really hard, it is because you're not doing that exercise correctly on there. To get the curves, I tend to spin my piece of lino around and there again. So just keep turning it around. Try not to put your fingers onto the carbon print transfers too much, or else it's going to smudge it up and it's going to be difficult to see your lines on there. So just work as accurately as you can. The more accurate you are and the more detail you've got on there, the better your print will be. So remember, super parallel to your lino and nice and easy, so you're just gliding along on there. I've got a couple more details to put on mine, and they should be finished, ready to print very shortly. And that's it.